shall now explain about making textures to the objects, then putting objects together in a group and animating the objects. Let us first make a new object. We go to the game object and then create other, and we select, for example, a cube. Now we have a cube here. Just to repeat, we can move this cube around, or we can rotate if we press here the rotate button. Now we can rotate the cube, and now we would like to put a texture to the cube. A texture, this means a color or even a picture. For this reason, we created first a new material. We go to the assets and create material. We have here below in the assets window now a new material. We gave it a name, for example, sphere material 1. And on the right, in the inspector window, we already have its characteristics. Let us change the diffuse into mobile diffuse, because this is the simplest of all materials, and the only parameter we have here is the texture. The texture is a picture. We can select a picture here, and now it is already, now we have already a preview of this material. To apply this material to our cube, we need to drag the material to the cube, and now we have it. Now let us click on the cube and press the F button on the keyboard. It is enlarged. We can also make it even larger, so and we see that the picture of the mitochondrion is now on all the 4 planes on all the 8 planes, 6 planes, sorry, of the cube. If you would like to make a more complicated drawing on this object, then it is best to use some other program to do this, but this is not the point of this tutorial. We can, instead of a picture, we can also use a simple color, so that we, instead of this picture, just take a picture of red color or a picture of yellow or anything and do exactly the same way. This was regarding the how we texture objects. Now let us look how we bring objects together in a group. This is very good if we want to move them together or to scale them together, to change their size and so on. Let us make another object, create other, and sphere, for example. It is now, the sphere is now inside the cube. We move it away so that we can see it. It doesn't have any material in this moment, but it is not important on this stage. To paint it, we shall just see how we can group them together. Let us make another object, create other capsule, for example, put it so. And now, if I move these objects, I can move each object by itself. This is of course very good, but sometimes I would like to move them as a group together. So I create an empty object, game objects create empty, and let us rename as a group. And now we simply drag the objects we would like to have together into this group. We select the sphere and drag the sphere into the group. Then we select the capsule, drag it here, and the cube. Of course, you can select multiple objects and then drag them together or so. So this is our group, and now I can move it as a unity, the whole group, or rotate, for example, rotate it around. Now let us animate this. For animation, we have an animation window. We can click here, and to create a new animation, we just click on the object we want to animate, for example on the group, and then here on add curve. And now it suggests already a new animation. Let us just leave it new animation here and save this. And here we select the parameters which we want to animate. Transform, this means moving. Let us now just move. We have the possibilities of position and rotation. Let us just change the position in this case. We click then on position and plus, and this is it. We have already here some sample keyframes. The animation is done always so that we select in time. This is the timeline. In the timeline we select any point we like. For example, I can move here around. Now it still doesn't happen anything. I go, for example, into the second one. And in this moment I would like to change the position of our group. I select the group and go with this rotation here. That's not right. I put the position so that I can change its translation, its position in space. I put it up, for example, and this is automatically keyed here. So if I move back, you see it goes to the old position. Of course, you can change also this one. Now we are here at the beginning, so oops, my mouse, so, and I can put it to the left, for example, and now when I move it goes to the right and up. If I would like to make it more complicated, I go, for example, in the middle of this time curve and put it down. So now, if I move the time slider, you see it makes such a U-shaped curve. This is basically the animation, how to do it. So, that was not very, it was short, and we covered both texturing, grouping and animation. Thank you very much.